Okay. All right, so we should be recording. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Superstar Calls. My name is Alyssa Shoemaker, and I have been a coach now for 8.5 years, so quite a while I've been around this business. I can't believe that it's been this long. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about recruiting business building coaches, because I've definitely had seasons in my business where I have recruited rock star coaches and times in my business where I have really struggled and really questioned if I'm doing the right thing and if I'm in the right opportunity or not. And so a lot of things that I've kind of realized in this process of building this business is that a lot of people really want to know the how. But what we're going to talk about a lot in the beginning is about the why, because I really firmly believe that anybody can achieve anything that you want to achieve. I really believe that if something was placed in your heart and that it is something that you really want, that you'll be able to achieve it. It's just a matter of figuring that why out and making sure that your goals really have urgency. You guys see people that come into the business all the time, and maybe they started the same time that you did, and they just start to take off and they start to run, and you're like, man, what is Sandy doing? I'm wondering what Sandy's doing in her business. I want to know all the things that Sandy is doing. And maybe the only thing that Sandy is doing differently is the fact that she has urgency on her goals. Her goals are like her house is on fire. And I can tell you that because that was really my story when I got started. I was a burned out registered nurse in school for my master's when I got started in this business, and I just couldn't go to work anymore. I would get in my car on the way home and I would just cry. I was so burned out. I really didn't have much self-care needs besides taking care of my kids and taking care of everybody else. And I was just at a point in my life where I was burned out and I was seeking other opportunities. I was actually in school for my master's, getting my master's degree, thinking that that's what I really wanted to do. I was looking for income opportunities at home. I was looking for any way that I could replace at least a shift a week so that I could be home with my kids. And so I was offered to be in a boot camp multiple times by my coach. But I was an independent person when it came to fitness. I had been in bikini competitions before. I was been worked out from the time I was like 16, always in sports. So that wasn't something that really appeased to me. But when I saw that my coach was there to help other people with health and fitness and help them achieve their goals in a time in my life when my grandfather had just passed away from heart disease and diabetes, I saw that she was at home and playing with her kids and watching Sesame Street on a Tuesday. I had to inquire a little bit more and figure out exactly what she was doing. And my coach happened to invite me to a Super Saturday event, and that's how I learned about coaching. I went to a Super Saturday event. I learned about the coaching opportunity, and from there basically saw that I could help earn an income and also at the same time earn a vacation, which I had not been on a trip in I don't know how long, that I decided that I was just going to go all in with this opportunity because I had that urgency. I had this burning desire. I needed a way out of my current lifestyle because I was so upset. And I think sometimes we forget about that. We forget about the urgency in our goals. And I can tell you time and time again of bringing on new coaches, it's not always the people that have it all together. It's not the people that know social media. It's not the people that really might even understand business or maybe understand network marketing. I have found that it is the people that have that strong why and that have this urgency in their goals. And this is why that they can achieve these things. And what I want to tell all of you guys is, yes, you can. 100% you can. You can achieve anything that you want to achieve in your goals and your dreams. And if you have the vision, you can achieve it. And I want to empower you to know that inside of yourself tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of reflecting. We're going to do a little bit of empowerment of how you can build some belief within yourself. And then we're also going to talk about how you're going to attract that tribe, how to do the hows of this business. So first of all, let's reflect a little bit in our leadership, okay? I think that all of our answers are found inside of ourselves. I know that we do a lot of personal development in this business, but I want you guys to know that self-reflection is empowerment. The more that you can look at the things that you're already doing and to see what things that you can do to start to increase your chances of success by just minuscule amounts make all the difference. And one of the things that Tony Robbins always said is that being extraordinary is only a 2-centimeter change. So tonight, what I want you to do is I want you to reflect on some of these areas of leadership, because leaders attract leaders, right? And leaders is not something that I think that people are born with. I think that you can develop in your leadership. And so I want you to take a look at some of these things right now to see where can you improve in your own leadership skills. Are you running a sneak peek every month? Do you run boot camps every month? How is your own self-care routine? When is the last time that you had a good transformation or that you were nailed it on your nutrition? All of this stuff matters. What's going on in our lives, what we do in our business, all of these things determine on if we're going to attract those rock star coaches and the people that we really want to have reflected into our businesses. So take a look at this. You guys can screenshot it. I will, of course, get you guys the recording, the slides when this is done. But I really want you guys to do some self-reflection here in this area. Hold on, I'm getting like blown up by this. Oh, they're saying I need to admit people. Oh, God, just hold on, guys. Sorry about all that. Okay, looks like they're going. Okay, sorry. I don't even know how to make somebody else on here. Hold on, guys. Who can I see that I can help make an admin quick?
Hey, this is Sharon. You can make me the co-host. I'm happy to let people in.
Where? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize this was going to happen. Sharon. Oh, Sharon. I see you, Sharon. Yay.
Be the co-host. I'll let people in.
Awesome. Sharon. Sharon. Woo. Yay, Sharon. Okay, sorry about that, guys. You are my lifesaver, Sharon. Thank you guys for blowing up my phone. Okay, back to the presentation. Okay, so no, I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, so you guys can do this. You can still grow a big business and not necessarily have all of your ducks in a row. Okay, so again, self-reflection is really, really important, okay? And so there's been many a times, you guys, throughout my business where I have just not been on my A game. I've not been the leader that I needed to be, nor the leader that was going to attract other leaders into my business. And the cool thing is that we can all be the leader that we want to be. We can all be the coach that we want to be. And I think the best advice that I ever got for myself was to show up and be the coach that I could possibly be for myself, give that love to myself, and then give that love to others. So you guys can screenshot this, see where you guys are at right now within your own leadership. Next thing we're going to talk about here is building areas and belief. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is building area of belief within yourself. Then we're going to talk about building areas of belief within the opportunity. We're going to talk about being unapologetic in attracting the tribe that you want, and then aligning action with urgency. So number one, it's really important that you build belief within yourself, okay? It's gonna be really hard to attract other people into the business if we don't believe in the business ourselves or we don't believe in ourselves. So getting super clear on the vision that you want for your life, being unapologetic about this. Now, here's where I need you to get really clear, because for the longest time in my life, I chased the white picket fence. I chased the master's degree. I chased all of these things that society told me that to do to be successful. And as I was doing these things, it brought me farther and farther away from the vision that I wanted for my life and for my business. And so I know we talk about vision a lot. Maybe some of you guys just talk about it at the beginning of the year when you create your vision board, but I want you to be super clear on your vision every day. I want you to know where it is that you're going, and I want you to have a clear vision of the life that you want to create. The second thing that I want to talk about is your own personal health is your greatest asset. As an entrepreneur in general, thank goodness Beachbody has personal fitness and personal development already built into our business structure. But one of the things that you really need to have in being an entrepreneur is energy and joy and passion. And that's the things that people are attracted to when it comes to your business. So making sure that you're focusing on your nutrition, making sure that you're doing the programs that you say that you're, that you're following and that you're completing them, that you're working on your personal development. All of these things are going to grow you as a leader. And as you grow yourself as a person, you're going to attract more high quality individuals. Number 3, build yourself out a daily schedule. So as a CEO of a business, you should have a schedule that you're following, and also the schedule that you're going to have consistent wins with. One of the easiest ways to build confidence in yourself is to just show up and to just be consistent. So showing up to that 30-minute workout, showing up for that 15 minutes of personal development, you do that for 30 days, you are going to have so much more confidence in yourself. And then the fourth thing is taking messy action. A lot of times we consume data, right? We go on Google, maybe we go in the champions page and we watch old trainings. Maybe we hop on calls and we don't ever do the action, and we just wait for the moment for the right thing to come teleported into our brain to tell us exactly what to do. Well, my dear friends, it doesn't necessarily work like that. We gain a lot of clarity through taking action. So if you're sitting here right now and you're like, I don't know how to attract any business building coaches, I want you to ask yourself, when is the last time that you talked about coaching on your timeline? When is the last time that you did a call to action? When is the last time that you ran a sneak peek call, or that you had a new coach training? Okay, all of these things that you set yourself up for will help you produce the results that you want to achieve. And then the fifth thing is giving gratitude to your accomplishments. So the more that we give gratitude, the more abundance that we serve. And I firmly believe in using the universal energies that we already have. So focusing on the things that you already have achieved and giving gratitude in those areas. Next, talking about building belief within the opportunity. So educating yourself on the PMP and the comp plan. When I got started in this business, I didn't know that I was going to be recruiting other individuals. I didn't know that part. I didn't even think that I wanted to build a team in the beginning. And the more that I started to dive into the PMP and really understand the comp plan, and then really understand why I wanted to build this business, the more I understood what a gift the coaching opportunity is. So if you haven't dove into the comp plan yet, if you don't know why you really want to be a coach, so for myself, I really wanted to focus on health promotion. I really wanted to focus on disease prevention. And I knew that I couldn't make the changes that I wanted to make by myself. And so that meant that I needed to train other people that were like me, that would gain this army and help me and join these forces so that we could help other people live that healthier, more fulfilling life. The next thing I want you to do is write down your book of wins. We're going to all have times in this business where you're going to struggle. You're going to question your leadership. You're going to question if this is the right thing for you. I've had people that have come in, some of my best friends quit. I've had people that started my trainings and they don't do anything. And it really has started to weigh down on me and really question, am I cut out for this? Am I really meant to be a coach? Do I really have what it takes? And being able to look back at my book of wins of the transformations of people that I've helped, or being able to look at some of the comments that I've received, or some of the women that I've helped, or some of the rank advancements that I've looked at, or some of the successes that my teams have helped, have all helped build belief back up into myself. Also looking at what other leaders have accomplished. So when the times have been down in my business and I really have questioned myself, I've looked around and I've seen other leaders recruiting rock star coaches, building their businesses, seeing their teams duplicate, and that's inspired me. It's also inspired me from the beginning when I saw coaches like Lindsay Matway sharing what she was able to do and what she was able to create. So I want you to lean on the successes of others and to understand that if she can, so can you. I think that that is so powerful, that if you see other women that are paving the way and are doing things that you want to do, to just know that you can do that too. And then lean in, get involved in push groups or masterminds, team calls, national wake-up calls, and obviously events are like such a game changer. I know right now Summit is canceled, but anytime that you can get to an event, a Super Saturday event, being around other individuals that are chasing the same kinds of dreams that you have and have the same kind of vision and are in the thick of it and doing it with you is really everything. I want you guys to know that what you're doing is different and what you're doing is extraordinary, and to surround yourself with people that are in the ring really matters. Now let's talk about unapologetically attracting the tribe of people that we want. Now, if you're like me, you came into this business because you wanted to help people, and I'm not knocking that. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a big heart and wanting to help people. But what you guys have all heard before, which is so true, that when we try to help everybody, we really help nobody. And that's so true when it comes to marketing. There was points in my business where I'm like, why do I have all of these people that want to just be a part of the community and don't really want to build a business? Or why am I not attracting other ambitious people like I am? I'm ambitious. Why am I not attracting other ambitious people? And so what worked for me, and you guys can use like Coach Avatars, there's all different trainings on there to help you figure out who your people are. But I just wrote down an I don't want list and I do want list of qualities of the individuals that I do want and qualities of individuals that I don't. And I use these qualities of these qualities in my posts. One of the things that I learned, which may sound like really like naive, but words matter, right? So if I want somebody that is ambitious, if I want somebody that's a go-getter, if I want somebody that has big dreams and isn't scared to work, then I need to make sure that I'm using those words in my posts. For the longest time, I wasn't using those words. And that simple switch of just using the words of what it is that I actually wanted helped me attract the people into my team that became my lifers and became some of my best friends and people that I just really want to show up and run this business with. So be unapologetic about who you want to work with. It's your business. And I think that that's what makes this business so fun, is that you get to choose on who you get to work with, and you get to choose the kind of person that you want to work with as well. So creating something like this, it doesn't have to be like something that's like final. I use this kind of like as a running list as I'm thinking of things. The other thing too is really figuring out what your ideal coach's struggles and desires are. So knowing what are they struggling with right now. You should all know what is keeping your girl or your guy or your ideal client up at night. What are the things that they are Googling? So for me, I was Googling like how to earn income from home, nursing jobs I can do from home, paying off student loan debt, ways to earn as a nurse, health and wellness opportunities, health coaching opportunities. I was anything and everything in that angle I was Googling. So I want you to know, what is your girl Googling? What is keeping her up at night, all right? And then what kind of things has she already done? So for myself, I had gone back to school. I thought that's what was going to align my vision, right? Maybe some people decided that they were going to stay home and are pinching pennies, and now they're looking for some kind of income opportunity. And then the next thing that I want you guys to figure out is, what are her desires, okay? And her desires should definitely be reflected in your post. I'm going to share this in a screen below, but knowing what her desires were. So more than anything, I desired freedom. I desired to stay home with my kids, health and happiness, to have a purpose, to travel, to give freely, to help others, adventure, to make a difference. And because I know what her qualities are, I use these qualities when I write a post, just like I'm doing a job description. So I want to share you over here. I wanted to come home to my babies. I was so tired and stressed out from working as a nurse, the long shifts, lack of respect, and days wondering if I could even make a difference. I just wanted to find my purpose again. I wanted more for my life, more time with my babies, more income, freedom, more time freedom, and more connection. And I wanted to travel more than 2 times a year and never miss a game or recital. So I know exactly what my girl's pain points are, and I am talking exactly to her in this avatar. I have my girl so nailed down that every single post that I do is directly talking to her struggles or directly talking to her desires. I can show you guys in here as well. See, I'm using the words ambitious, building community, supporting one another, things that I had represented in what I was looking for in my do list. If you don't have a, quote unquote, you would say successful business yet, or you're just getting started, I don't want that to ever discourage you from sharing about the coaching opportunity, because there's lots of ways that you can share about the coaching opportunity. And necessarily it doesn't have to be making thousands of dollars a week. Okay. So transformations, physical transformations that you've had, the strengths, the health improvements, anything changes in your stamina, your energy, your sleep. When it comes to emotional successes, how is your confidence, the accountability in your health and fitness goals, the support that you received? Have you stopped the yo-yo dieting? Maybe you've joined the 5 a.m. club and really developed a routine now. You don't have any more binge eating. You have an unstoppable mindset, purpose. You love what you do. As far as financial successes, it doesn't have to be big. Like I told you guys, a big one for me when I first started was I just wanted to go to Target and not have to worry about coming home and hiding the clothes or whatever I put in that bag for my husband. That was like an ultimate goal when I first started. And I was so excited just to come home and drop that bag and not have to worry. Maybe that's where you're at, and that's totally fine. These are things that are very beneficial to so many of us in our businesses, and I think often overlooked. I think that oftentimes you feel like you have to have this big, tremendous success to attract rock star individuals, and that's not necessarily it. Sometimes it's just paying off a bill. Sometimes it's just getting like the good groceries, right? Maybe it's paying for a date night or having a little bit more adventure within your life. Maybe it's getting the kids off of the bus 1 extra day a week. And then I want you to also start thinking about sharing your team and your community successes as well. So the vision that you have for your team, the rank advancements that occur, any of the trips that are occurring or events that you go on, as well as the training. Now, this part I think is really important, okay? It's important if somebody is looking to you or looking in general to build a business, they need to know that they're gonna get training and they're gonna get support. So like tonight, you can show that you're on this call and that they're gonna get training on how to build a rockstar team, right? When you're doing your little power hours, you're doing your Zoom one-on-ones, make sure that you show those inside snippets on your stories so that people know that you're giving the training, okay? If you have a new coach, boot camp coming up, or whatever you call your new coach training coming up, make sure that you're talking about those things. And the other thing is talk about the grind. You guys, people aren't scared to do hard work. I think that that's one thing that we underestimate. People are not afraid to put in hard work. And if you want people that are wanting to work, then make sure that you tell them that it's going to take work, and then show them how you fit the work into your busy life. So how are you doing your power pockets? How are you listening to these calls? Is it the next day? Are you listening to them on recording? Are you listening to your personal development in the car? Show how you're able to work, how you're able to have coaching work well for you and your business. And then lastly, any questions that you guys get a lot in your DMs or your applications, make sure that you're answering those questions in a public forum as well. So any kind of objection that I get, anything that I'm asking, like, oh, I don't know a lot about social media training, or any kind of like time kind of questions that I get back, I make sure that I address those in my posts, and I make sure that I address those in my stories. All right, the other thing is aligning action with urgency. So we always talk about taking more action, and I think that that's a great thing to always take more action, but also taking action, I think, with energy is really important. So getting yourself really aligned so that you really feel good when you take that energy, I think is really everything. Looking at your challenge groups, so if you are somebody that likes to recruit out of your challenge groups, you should have great transformations, and you should have girls coming out of those challenge groups that want to coach. That's one way that I always run, and I have that guideline in my own business is, am I running effective challenge groups? Are my boot campers excited? Are they naturally sharing? Are the coaches that I'm bringing on naturally just wanting to start their business because my boot camp is rocking? If not, then going back and making sure that I am giving the energy and the attention that my boot camp needs. Increasing my overall private connections as well as invites. I like to, when anytime that I really in any like push within my business, I really increase those connections. I really make sure that I'm commenting in the community of the people that I want to be seeing and attracting into my business. Same thing with my public posts. So one thing that I want to say about the public posts is that you get what you put out, right? So often what I'll find, and when my coaches come to me and say, hey, I'm not attracting any business building coaches, or hey, I don't know how to attract any coaches into my business. And what I'll do is I'll go look at their page and I'll see that there's nothing really about coaching at all on their page. I can't see anything about coaching. It's pretty much all fitness related, transformations, family posts. And so what you're going to talk about is what people are going to get interested in, right? And I know this is like a really dumb analogy, but I just say this to my coaches all the time. Like, if all I'm doing is talking to you about Fruit Loops all the time, okay? And Fruit Loops is the only thing that I talk to you about. But over here, I got Golden Grams or freaking the Lucky Charms, man, the Lucky Charms with the marshmallows, and I'm keeping that a secret. Right? Nobody's going to even know that the Lucky Charms with the marshmallows even exist. And it's as simple as that, right? It's as simple as Apple putting out a new product and talking all about the iPhone, and that's all that we know about. But in the meanwhile, they put out a new product and we didn't know about it. Now, maybe not Apple. It's not a good idea as far as a example goes. But you guys understand what I mean? Like, we have to talk about the things that we want to receive. And so take a look at your social media, take a look at your marketing timeline and see, how often am I talking about coaching? When I first started, I was doing like a lot of us do, right? A week of my free group, a week about my boot camp, a week about my coaching, okay? And then I was talking about a week about coaching and wondering why I wasn't bringing more coaches onto my business and onto my team, because I was literally giving the Lucky Charms like this much of a window when I should have been giving them much more screen time, right? So look at where your screen time is and what you're giving attention to, okay? As far as post ideas go, I talk about coaching almost every single day in my stories. I mean, from little things, from being at home with my dogs to going to pick up my kids to just little things that happen within my life. And that's something that you can do as well. You can have post ideas where you guys can share every day about coaching. Here's some ideas as far as Monday, having a fresh start. Tuesdays, coaching transformations. Wednesdays, any kind of coaching win that you have or a coaching win that you guys have on your team. Thursdays are paydays and rank advancement days. Fridays, TJF, every day is Friday, Freedom Fridays. Saturdays, things that you guys are doing with your family, ways that coaching has helped you guys in that area. And then the Sunday blues, getting back to work. So you guys can infuse coaching in all different areas throughout your posts. And just make sure that you're consistently talking about the coaching opportunity. And then as far as actually how I present the coaching opportunity, this is something that I think is really important, that you evaluate your own energy and your own community and how they like to receive information, okay? And the reason why I say this is because for the longest time in my business, I ran like 5-day or 7-day sneak peeks. Well, number one, I have ADHD, so that probably wasn't the best idea for the person that I'm trying to attract. Number two, most of my people are super busy and work really weird hours. So most of the people that I attract are in healthcare. So having them log into a group 5 different days a week to try to catch all these different posts didn't really work well. And so the reason why I say that is because what works for me might not work for you and vice versa. But regardless, I think that bringing the energy is number one. The other thing too that I kind of realized with Sneak Peeks, going back to just talking about coaching one week out of the month, was that when I was doing that, I was only being able to present the information during that 1 week. So I really hindered the opportunity of my coaches to present the information. They were always waiting for me to run another sneak peek or waiting for some kind of coach opportunity webinar to share the information with. So one thing that I did last year is I just created a blog post, and I have a little 30-minute video that has my coaching story in it. It talks about who I am, who it is that I am looking for, why I got started in this business, some of the fears and the misconceptions that I had, what it takes to get started, and then what kind of training it is that they will receive. And then at the bottom of that, there's an application. This way, I can send them information anytime that anybody is interested in coaching. I never have to wait for somebody. I can always just send them that blog post. You guys can do the same thing with a 30-minute, community webinar that was done on your team, whether you want to pair up with some other girls and do a webinar or either create a webinar yourself. I think coming from you is best. Your vibe really attracts your tribe. It really shows your own leadership. So I challenge you guys all to do something like that for yourselves. If you're just getting started, you guys can always do like the ad tag method. We do have a sneak peek group that we run every month. We'll do a new webinar that's in the group. The girls can use that webinar then to be able to share. And then they can also tag people in there as well. So add people, tag people, and then they'll follow up and message them. That's a great way to help duplicate into your downline for somebody that maybe doesn't have the confidence yet to be able to go out and do a video. And then what else I've seen work with some other women on our team is a 5-day coaching trial. And basically what this is that you're just giving them step-by-steps and just little activities that they would do as a coach. So adding them into the group, having them get a Beachbody on-demand membership, that free membership trial. The first day, having them do some workouts, personal development, posting on stories, showing how you connect, how you build that audience, and then how to answer to the call to action. That gives them a little bit of experience before they actually get started, and then also gives them that energy and the community that I feel like that really makes the difference. One thing that I want to share with you guys here before we go, and as I'm wrapping this up, is just for you guys all to understand this, that I want you to know that you guys are all incredible. I think that that's just really important for you guys to understand that you guys are all leaders in your own rights, and you guys all came into this business with different strengths, and I want you to pull upon those strengths. You guys are already all leaders in different areas within your life, and it's so important that you guys capitalize on that. Yes, you might be new to Beachbody, maybe you're new to posting on social media, but you already have a lot of qualities that reflect leadership, okay? And so just continuing to refine the leadership skills that you have, continuing to learn, to lean in, and continuing just to do the activities will really help you build your business. So to really wrap it up, a little bit of self-evaluation, guys. Go back and take a look at where are the things that you guys can improve in your business. Where are you hitting the line, and where can you bring it up just a little bit more? Remember, like I told you guys, it's just that 2-centimeter shift. It's not like you have to change a lot of things. Like I said, using the word ambitious, using the word go-getter, running a training for go-getters made all the difference in my business. So don't be afraid to use those words. Get really, really clear on your vision and what it is that you want for your life, and be super unapologetic about that. Do not let the Karens and the Susans in the world determine how you're going to live your life and the things that you want to achieve. All right. Number 3, build that belief in yourself and build the belief in the coaching opportunity and share it unapologetically. That was 4 and 5. Number 5, develop your coach avatar. Know it is who you want to work with. make sure you guys take the time to do that. I can't tell you how many times in my business people told me to do the coach avatar and the struggle web, and I didn't do it. So if you're on this call and you've had a bunch of coach avatar calls and struggle web calls and you're still not sponsoring the people that you want to sponsor, then just know that do the avatar training. It'll really help you. And then the more that you talk about it, the more that you're going to bring awareness about it. So take a look at your posts, take a look at what trainings and things like that you have set up, and just be unapologetic in sharing the coaching opportunity. The more brave that you are, the more that you talk about it, the more that you're going to attract other people just like you that want to build a big business. So I hope that helped you guys this evening. I will get you guys all of the slides. If you guys have any questions, you guys can post them now. I'll look back quickly. I don't think I see any. Nope. Tech support, tech support. I'm not sure I understand. Oh, Siri. All right, love you guys. I'll get you guys all the slides. I didn't see any questions at all. Peace out. You guys are incredible. Thanks so much for showing up tonight. Love you all. Bye. Oh, Fave PD books. 10X rule is awesome, but journaling, if you guys can just sit down and just to really journal the things that you guys want, I find that the best information comes from yourself. So spend some time journaling about the things that you guys really want and get really reflective on that, because that's where I think you're going to find the best information. All right. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.